let me just say, yes, we had 65,000 members last year, and we have about 106,000, and we're growing, between 3,000 and 4,000 a month now. And I would say that our strategy was with these assumptions in mind, not so much that we knew that the market was going to tank, but recognized that the market in which freelancers and independent contractors play in was one that wasn't really even recognized as a market. And if you look at Clay Christensen's work on disruptive innovations, you could really see that this was something that was just not on people's radar. This group couldn't unionize under the National Labor Relations Act. Government hasn't really seen them as a constituency. Interestingly, last week, I don't know if you saw that Mayor Bloomberg announced a partnership with the Freelancers Union, recognizing the importance of developing an unemployment system, looking at the unfair taxation system, and some of the issues around workspace. And I think it's significant because Mayor Bloomberg's not just the mayor of a particularly small town, but of New York, and he is, known for his acumen about business. So I think our strategy has been to build the safety net, to have an orientation of entrepreneurship where we build it ourselves. We build our own institutions, we run our institutions, we're self-sufficient. We've been self-sufficient since 2006. I like the discipline of that. If there's something that we're doing badly, our members let us know. They let us know loudly, constantly. While it may be annoying in the moment, it actually, I think, keeps us really robust. And I think that's really good. And I think others should do that too. I really like the way Tina Brown put it. And I think that they're interesting generational things, so that if you are talking to somebody who is, let's say, over 50, who has been laid off and is just confronting freelancing, it's a very difficult transition for people who have known a job where you get your benefits and the regularity of a paycheck. But after somebody's gotten sort of come to realize they're not going back to that, or if they do, it'll be short term, then they realize it is what it is. I think people who are graduating from college expect this now and just don't have the resentment and are just much more like, okay, how are we going to deal with it? I think the interesting group that is probably the most clueless are elected officials, ironically, probably because they collect a regular paycheck in their W-2s, unless they're in a campaign and then they're like young staff say to them, oh, by the way, actually the workforce just changed. And I think like when you listen to the debates of Congress people and senators, it's like remarkable to me at how they are in such a bubble and don't understand, like just on the brass tacks of what this economy is really like. And I think that that's something that still is pretty disappointing to me as I listen to the discussions in Washington, that they really aren't aware of these profound changes. I mean, I think that the distinction between W-2 employment and 1099s is going to become less and less, and the singular form of work is going to be just much shorter term, which isn't to say that there aren't going to be jobs that are full-time. There's still going to be employers that will pay extra benefits to retain the people that they need or want. But as a trend, for sure, I see that, and I don't see how it wouldn't be with globalization and, the shift in where capital is going, to Asia, India, China. These things are just going to really have big ramifications for us here.